Hey friends, it's Terry. Welcome back to my channel, Southernyankee Beauty. So I have my Ipsy, the big box today. I don't know what this one is. The glam bag? No, I don't know. This one. I don't know. Anyway, I've had a chance to get in there and try everything out. On my eyes today, I have one of the palettes, so I will show you as I'm talking about them. I'll show you little demos. I didn't get the full demo of this. I thought I was filming and I didn't. And I've tried to use this eyeshadow palette twice, and it's at this point when it wasn't filming, I was like, okay, forget it. I'm just gonna show it to you. There'll be pictures at the end. So you'll see a little bit of me putting on like a little bit at the end when it was almost done. So, all right, so, okay. Well, first of all, before I get started, my hair is back to normal. If you watch my other channel, you know my hair turned bright orange, like fire orange, like the heat miser, if you're old enough to remember the heat miser. That's what Robert told me. He's like, it looks like you got flames on your head. It totally did. Some people loved it. I absolutely hated it. It was an accident. Long story. Anyway, went to Michael. Very costly, but my hair is back to normal, back to its original color. In fact, it's a little brighter, and now I'm happy with it. Also, I want to just showcase this cute little sweater, this Fair Isle sweater I got from Venus, and it was on sale. I want to say Venus had like a 50% off plus another 20, so a lot of stuff was like 70% off. So I picked up the sweater and I love it. The headband with the pearls and stuff came from Temu, but this came from Venus. So I'll link this below. If you want me to link these, if I can, I will, because I think they had like white, red, pink, black, maybe. They were like Valentine's colors. All right, so let's get started in the box with the skincare first. So the first thing is the hyaluronic acid hydrating serum by MZ Skin. And actually, let me move over so I can put me showing this. My light went out right when I was doing this, I remember. So I've only tried each of these next things I'm going to tell you one time. So this is a beautiful serum. It you do, if you're using a hyaluronic serum, you do want to put a moisturizer on afterwards, sort of lock it in. And it then pulls the moisture from your moisturizer also into your skin. So just make sure you do that if you are trying the serum. But it's just a normal hyaluronic serum. I mean, it was wonderful. It feels great on the skin. It's hydrating. I didn't notice anything special from this hyaluronic acid serum to another. Good serum though. And again, by MZ Skin. It says by Dr. Miriam Zamani. So that must be MZ. All right. Next up, I tried this Perlice Sheer Glow Vitamin C Tinted Moisturizer. This surprised me. I was thinking this, I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought this would be just a moisturizer, and it said tinted, and I was like, but it kind of can serve as a very lightweight, like just to kind of give your skin an even skin tone, foundation for you in the summer. Certainly not something that I'm going to wear alone now. My skin looks pretty good now, but it's been having some issues. You can see I still have some remnants of it on my face that I've tried to cover up, but it's dry skin, the weather, the coldness is just, and hormones. It's all of that. So this is not something for now because I need more coverage right now. But in the summer when my son's getting hit by sun and you really just want a light coverage, I think this might be enough. I think we're gonna have to circle back to this. What is this here? We'll have to circle back to this when it gets hot. Again, this is the Perlice Sheer Glow Strawberry Vitamin C Tinted Moisturizer. I've used another tinted moisturizer slash kind of used it as a foundation from Perlice, and I loved it, and I like this too. Perlice just makes really great items. So if you got this in your box, let me know what you think. I do think it's going to be fabulous, but not for full coverage, not for what I need right now. Definitely more for the summertime when you want a lighter coverage. So that's a good one. All right, next up we had the Midi Palette Blossom Blush by Ofra, and these are beautiful. So This is a entire, beautiful for Valentine's Day. First of all, this highlighter is absolutely stunning. You get 2 blushes in here, a darker one and a lighter one. I was thinking of doing it the way they said, like an ombre at the back, and that was my goal, was like do the ombre at the back, then the lighter shade up front, and then the highlight. Highlight is by far the best part of this palette. These 2 shades are really beautiful on the skin, but I thought that being as dark as it would be more pigmented than it is. It's still pretty light. Let me just swatch these for you. And maybe I just need to get into it a little bit more. As possible, I didn't, press enough. There's the 3 shades on my fingers. You can see beautiful. On my finger, this one has quite a lot of pigment. So I ended up mixing the blushes together. I don't have that on my cheeks today, but anyway, but really pretty. And I used this the other day for work, and I do really, really like this. So I know that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this, and I'll be using it in quite a few Valentine's looks that will be coming up. Okay, next we got another Man-Eater palette by Tarte. There's like a series of these. This one is called Man-Eater Nightfall. I did not have this one. It's got my grubby little foundation fingers all over it now. And I'll show you the look that I created. So this one comes in the purple Man-Eater, like leopard print packaging. Very sleek. It is thin with a magnetic kind of closure. You have a nice big mirror here, and you've got all these beautiful shades. So I am going to go ahead and swatch these shades for you. Let me take, I have a long sleeve shirt under this. I'm going to take that off so I can roll my sleeve up, and we'll go ahead and swatch these as you guys are looking at the eye look that's being created. Oh, look at this big mug. This was perfect timing to take a little mini break because my tea is ready. Hot. I got tea with some honey in it, so it's got to cool down. All right, so I can clean my fingers off in between swatches. I'll tell you the colors and shades, and let's get to swatching. This might be its own separate piece because I don't know how long the eye look takes. All right, so we're starting off at the top row over. So we're starting off with the color Fascinate, Sly, Catnap, and Mischief. There's the first 4. Then Smolder, Alpha, Desirable, and Pamper. Much warmer. Take this off. Okay, next up we have Frisky, Ferocious, what does that one say? Minx, and a really deep brown tease, which I'd like to use. I haven't used that one, but look at how deep that is. Oh, it's not as deep on the swatch, but I'm sure it can be built up. So there we have it. All right, I gotta clean my hand. All right, so those were kind of our warmer rows. Now we're going into our cooler tones here. We have Pounce. It's hard to read what they say here. 9 Lives, that's cute. Nightfall, and Intrigue. Okay. It's just like a white, so it doesn't show very well. you go. All right, next up we have the color Wild, Captivate, which is like a deep green, Pause Off, which is like a neat, like a light brown, Neutral, and then Sizzle. Last for right here, which I did use these two in the look, we have Vixen, Passionate, Mysterious, and After Dark. Yeah, the dark shades are not swatching great. And even this one didn't swatch great, but it worked great on the eyes, so I'm not overly worried about that. But there you go. That is all of your Man-Eater swatches. As far as what I thought about this palette, I like it. The colors are pretty, they work well. I will use this palette. I didn't have any problems with the palette. I didn't see like a super long like last with this palette. So it seemed like it didn't last super long, like the shades on my eyes didn't seem to last the whole day. So maybe I can't remember if I used a primer or not on the look. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to play with it more. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go wash my hand because it's obviously not coming out with all these dark colors. So I'm gonna go wash that so I can show you the next palette, which I have a lot to say about. It still didn't like fully come off, so I'm going to do the swatches on this one. But before we talk about this last palette, we also did get a Roller Lash by Benefit mascara, which I used when I did the Tarte Man-Eater look. The jury is out. I was able to get nice lashes with this. It did kind of fan them out. So that was good. I don't know what this part here for is. Like, I don't know if that's just the component, if it's supposed to do anything. I don't think so. So here's what the component looks like. It's really skinny. It worked well, but I had to put several coats on to get my lashes to really be there and show up. And I feel like it worked better on the bottom lashes than it did the top lashes. So, but it's one of those things that with mascara, sometimes you gotta use it a few times before you know if you love it, right? Like today on my eyelashes, I have Bobbi Brown mascara on. That did great. I do like that. So anyway, the jury is out on that because I just haven't used it enough to tell you if I really like it. All right, also we have a Wander Beauty palette in neutral. Okay, so I got a very beautiful, like, wearable everyday look, and that's really all you're gonna get with this is just light, wearable daily looks. If you were looking for color, this isn't it. It is a neutral palette. Very, very soft and pretty. However, some of the shimmers are kind of nice and some are really subdued. The mattes, this is the darkest kind of matte, is not dark enough. There's not a deep enough shade in here, and there's not enough color variation in this palette for me to love this palette. Some of the shades just don't really want to show up on me. And I don't have all that dark skin. I mean, I've got like, I would say like medium, light to medium skin. I'm not as fair as I could be. So I think as somebody very fair, you may see more of the differences in the tones of the browns in here. For me, it just didn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all the browns and the gray together. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 shades that are matte, and then I'll put all of the other shades together, the metallic. So let's start with Petal. This is a pretty shade that I do like. All right, so let's do Petal up here. There's Petal. It's very soft. All of these shades are very soft. Next is suede. Oops. Now, here, putting them next to each other, you're absolutely going to see a difference in the color. On the eye, not so much. Latte, this is the darkest brown, and it's not that dark. I did use this, though, to line the top of the eye today. I also tried to use it in the outer corner, but you can't even really see any depth, even though I did use that. And it looks like it has a little, like a little satin sheen to it, maybe. All of these mattes do. And then Slip is the lightest shade in here if you wanted to use it for blending, and it's got sort of like a chalky gray tone to it, and it will kind of lighten and blend the edges for you. More of a nude color right there. And then you have Cashmere next. These are all very cool toned shades of matte. All right. And then you have a gray called Smoke. All right. Can you guys see sort of like a sheen? That one looks like it's got a little, I haven't used that shade. It looks like it's got a little plum in it. So those are all the shades. There's not enough color variation. You're not going to get a lot of different looks with this palette. You're just not going to. So my favorite one in here is Blossom. So that's this first shade right here. It does have a little bit of a pink hue. So we're going to go ahead and swatch that first. This one is really nice and reflective with a beautiful pink hue to it. That's a beautiful shade. It is what I have on my inner corner here, and I popped it because it was so blindingly different than the other shade. I kind of just went like this and put it like as a highlight in the center of my eye, and I think it works great like that. I also used it up a little bit up at the top, and then of course in the inner corner. Next shade we have is Dawn. This one is I think this one was not as reflective. I think that was what was all over my main lid originally. Yeah. So that's Dawn. Sort of muted, but metallic. It has shine when you can see when you turn it. Doesn't have as much shine as Blossom. And then Fawn. I haven't used Fawn yet. This is the first time swatching it. It looks gold. Let's see. Like a brownie gold. Very pretty. And then Haze is the last one. This one I was a little disappointed with. This is like, Haze is like a little dull compared to the other ones. It doesn't even swatch as well. All right, anyway, there are your 4 shiny shadows. So Blossom is my favorite because it's got the most reflectivity. It's really beautiful. Blossom and this gray shade probably would have looked stunning with this outfit. Maybe I'll try those Blossom and Smoke together and see what that comes out to look like. But overall, I definitely this would not be my palette. I like a little bit more color variety, and I definitely like smoke in the corner of my eyes, and I just don't get that with this palette. There's no way. I just used a little bit of that dark brown shade, which is called Latte, to go along the lash line instead of using liner today. Even used it here underneath the eyes, and that's a lot less than I normally would do with any other makeup. And I didn't do my makeup differently. It's just this isn't a palette that shows up very strong. It's a very soft, muted, natural type look. If you love neutrals, you'll love this. If you have very light skin, you'll love this. If you have medium to dark skin, I do not think that this palette is going to give you the depth that you need and the color that you need. I think you're going to be disappointed. So I don't know if you guys got this palette, if everybody got it, or if just, certain people got it. Let me know if you got the Wonder Beauty palette and what you think. I'll use it for days like where I just want a very soft look. I think it's pretty, and where I don't want a lot of color. But overall, that was my I want to say boxycharm, it may have been. It was my Ipsy one that came in this month. I do like it. I like the Man Eater palette better, I will probably use that more. I'm sure I'll get a lot of use, however, with this beautiful blossom shade that I'm wearing. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Did you get this box? I'll have my link below if you want to try Ipsy out. I think I get all of them. I don't always film them all. If you like these videos, I'm happy to continue doing it, but I don't always film them. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.
You say that I'm psychotic, but then you like it like that. It's like every time the conversation changes, and I want you right back, right back. You say that I'm